Hi guys, it is June 30th, 2019, and I survived. I need to wear a t-shirt that's saying I survived this tour. It was a lot of work, well, I guess over a year's time, but it was so worth it. Today was fabulous, just all the compliments, all the people. It was really special and a really neat and fun day, regardless of the heat. I was out here at 1:30 in the morning watering and spraying for deer, but survived the water company. They're going to be here at 7 a.m. They stopped on Friday at the neighbors, and so the curb and everything will be tore up. At least it's not the grass and the flowers. They would have come really close to this. So anyways, never really did a video before of every bed because it was kind of, I was holding out, wait until the garden tour. I didn't want to give it all away because then why would you have to buy tickets for it? So this is one of my favorites. So much color. I love lantanas. And those are just going to get bigger and bigger. And those petunias have gone crazy. I wish my little daylilies would have been blooming today, but can't have everything. This are Chinese lanterns. I don't know if you can see that little lantern there. And then also some unique things in this bed is that red tail Chanel. Those are pretty cool. Like, I'm trying to point it out right there. Anyways, next year will probably look different. I'll have more perennials at annuals. Last year it had tons of impatiens and a whole different tree from about, let's see. So when I bought the place in August 15th, 2017, the beds just had a whole bunch of mulch on them and really overgrown. Previous people weren't gardeners, and then it sat vacant for a year while the fire restoration happened. So there was a huge birch tree here, and that had to be taken out. So basically I lost from this point on. It was flattened and dirt had to be brought back in and then rebuilt. So I had to clean it all up, get it all pretty. It was yard of the month. Then a month after yard of the month, in October last year, then they were tore up. And that was one of two that was tore up. Tropical hibiscus, so pretty right there. Probably won't have that again. It's just some things I did special for being on the tour. That looks like it's just starting to bloom. It's super pretty. And this side, I'm so not impressed. It'll so be different next year. These sage or salvia, not impressed. I don't know what variety it is, but they just fall over. So once the irises came down, once they came down, I just was not really happy with this bed. They were super pretty blooming. So I can see in the future, I may just have a designated area for irises and not have the beds so bare once they come down. When this Shasta daisy gets to blooming right here, it will really fill in and be beautiful here. But until then, it's just on this side. I really encourage people just to walk around to the other side. Some roses, one of the 46 roses. My little Americana display. The grass took a beating today with all the people. I think we had almost, well, close to 500. Our yard didn't say as many, but with it being a corner lot, then people, I think, just entered from down below. Because when the photographer came, she said we had the most people here. So we believe it to be about 480 that came through. So my Americana display, I love it. The deer have got me right here. There was a whole bunch of impatiens, but I am so happy and lucky that they haven't got me anywhere else. The neighbors all come by and can't believe I have any flowers at all because they get all theirs. Here is some more little stuff. I thought I was going to put that in a fairy garden, but I don't think I am. So next year, I don't know what I'll do here. I'll want to do more perennials. There won't be so many annuals. I was blessed with a committee the Bittersweet Garden Club committee that planted most of this for me. So it made it easy. And this will be a huge, gorgeous hibiscus here soon with the biggest red blooms. Let's see. You can kind of see a bloom, a bud there. The hibiscus was over here in this area, but when it started to bloom out, it just took over everything and shaded everything. So was very lucky that it didn't die when we transferred it early spring. So this one, I like the little sign. This one towards the front isn't too changed from last year. Boy, look at all these pollinators, the bees. And pretty much, watch me get stung tomorrow, but pretty much I can work right beside them and they leave me alone and I leave them alone. So the more I learn about gardening, the more I don't mind them. I think just even a year ago I would have been freaked out by them. But now I see them differently. Oh, I don't want to forget this. All day long, let's see. Oh, the sun is in the... Anyways, there's been a dove sitting there all day. It was pretty cool. It's kind of like cue garden tour and cue that dove sitting in a nest right there. Okay, so this bed was really changed out. There was coral bells right here, but it got too much sun, so they got moved over to the shaded area over there. And actually, these impatiens I have to keep on watering even during the day, even just a couple times a day. So won't be doing this again. Everything's a learning experience. These are bright red roses that I love. And this is Duet Rose. You don't know what it's going to do. I think this is going to be a red one, but up here is going to be a white one. How cool is that? I love that rose bush. And then all of this, well, lost the Japanese maple here. So this is a weeping redbud, Ruby Falls redbud. A lot of people asked me about that today. Come around here. I've never done indoor gardening, but I don't want to lose everything this winter. A lot of people ask me that, so I guess I'll have to bring in a bunch of these succulents, which I love to decorate for Christmas, so I don't know where this stuff's going to go during Christmas time. All right, so, I haven't lived here very long, less than 2 summers here. And these hostas, 1, 2, 3, and there's a little one way back there that you can barely see, 4, are new here. But it's getting too much sun and they're taking a beating. And this hydrangea is taking a beating too. So next year it'll be changed again. I'm gonna be moving it somewhere. So let me give you a closer look of the fairy garden. I'll try to get to the back too. It's fun. I got a lot of attention today. Try to get back here. It's about 8, no, I think it's 8 o'clock at night, and bugs hate me, so I'm gonna start getting attacked with mosquitoes. Oh, the ladybugs. There's ladybugs over here. I love those boulders over there. Oh, and just seems like my roses this year are going in cycles, like every other week. So this is the off week for these 3 roses, but there is buds galore, and that when those bloom out all bright, deep red, it's gonna be so pretty. And over here is my crazy plant lady. And then this was sitting in the barn, and it was just this base here was Jason's tool table. And then he got an actual table for, I don't know if it was some type of saw or something. So it's just been sitting in the barn. And so I was like, let's turn that into a potting soil table. So I stained it, I think last week. So it turned out so cute. And then I had these little signs all over for the garden tour so you could see before, or so if something's not blooming now, you could see it, how it did look. Anyway, so this azalea is totally looking rough. Don't know if it's gonna make it, but that is that pretty pink when it blooms. And then love this tree. I forgot what type. It's weeping. I'm so bad with names on this stuff. Let's see if the sun has moved anywhere. I can show you this dove nest. Well, oh, okay. You can see the tail. Okay, I think that's the best I can do. You can see the tail. That's pretty cool. I didn't know it was there. Actually, I don't spend much time up here anymore since my favorite thing ever of the gardens, the water pond, got put in. So I don't spend much time here besides for gardening and watering. So here we are entering the shaded. So this is the shaded bed. So when I bought this was just kind of full of ivy, overgrown. We did have some of this columbine and azaleas here. Oh, and this is a pretty white dogwood tree. So, but we added these stepping stones and it's really made a difference. I did plant that hydrangea. The garden club helped me plant all this. That's a fern that I hope to take out this winter. Try to save it. This, I was thinking of it today. I need a fountain, a wall fountain to go right there. Because these are going to be difficult because there's absolute no water over here. Any water they get, I have to do. So these 3 hydrangeas were here already, and they have never bloomed. Granted, this is just the second, not even full summer, but they need to bloom or get out. So I'm gonna try moving them next year, next spring or fall, over this area. I'll never have this many annuals here again. Garden Club helped me plant those this year. Oh, and some of those corbels that I talked about got moved here. So I'm trying to give you a good look at this bed before I leave it. I don't know what kind of tree that is. It's just got a cool trunk, and it's always got something all season that's pretty neat. Berries or something. It is thorny, but I wish I knew the name of it. Here, look here. Oh, left a sign here. This is a magnolia, like something Jane magnolia. It's super pretty when it blooms. So this just was all weedy and everything, and then last year we put these hostas in, just the hostas going around the tree, and that's all it was. Oh, look at my cute little staying alive, you grow girl, grow old with me, so fresh and so green, and I will survive, don't stop beleafing. There's some double begonias here. Wait, this one and over here. Ferns. Love color, obviously. And I love using boulders. Go back to here. I just think it adds a nice touch to gardens. Oh yeah, I've got them all through here. Here's one over here. I don't like too many spaces and gaps, so if there's a gap, I normally fill it in. Walking around here. Now what started this whole bed is I had this little rhododendron, if I said that right. And it was lonely and I regretted planting it, so I figured I either take it out or make it make sense here. It had to be planted here because the way the sun hits, it needed morning sun. So that is how this whole bed came about, is because of this one thing. Oh, I wish I still had my photo there when it blooms. It's gorgeous. That's going to be a Shasta daisy. That's going to be all white and beautiful. I do have some stuff in here that probably shouldn't be here, like this rose. It doesn't get enough sun. But everything's a learning experience as the longer I live here. I've lost a Japanese maple once already here. The hydrangea was over in the front corner bed, this one right here. But it gets too much sun once we lost that big birch tree, so it's been moved over here to a more shaded spot to make that work. I do love peonies, so these are new, and so they didn't bloom this year, so hopefully I'll still have them next year. This is a different variety, Hosta, getting ready to bloom. So moving on down here. See the grass, it's all down. It took a beating today. Wish my little wagon would have been blooming out today. It could be so pretty, but it just wasn't today, but it's still cute. Did want to point out that these tattoo vincas, everywhere I went this year, I asked what's new for 2019, and that was something that is new. Let me get really close. They're very pretty. Super excited that this hydrangea tree made it. It was planted the week before the cold spell happened last fall. So it is very pretty. Now this rose and 3 other roses down here are all the same rose. It's duet rose, so you never know if you're gonna get yellow, peach, or orange. Those that follow me on Facebook, those are the ones I brought home. Had them sitting on my front porch, and that night, the same night I brought them home, the deer ate all the buds off. So this one, look how bright orange it is compared to that. It's hard to believe it's the same rose, or same kind. Been very pleased with this Freckles Gold Coleus. Fortunately, it looks like the tropical hibiscus. It might have been blooming. Jason just got done watering it. It kind of took a beating from it, so I don't remember. This has pretty white blooms on it briefly during this springtime. It's drought tolerant because we have debated taking it out. So, but so far it's made the cut. And next year, I want to go back to this real fast because like there's a lot of annuals here, and next year we'll probably just have these ice plants. Oh, I think the watering made these close too. Well, you can see anyways. So I'll have a lot more of those. Be nice just to have stuff come back every year. So moving on. That's a climbing rose that was doing nothing today, but it does have pretty blooms. Will have pretty blooms on it hopefully later. This I just got from a closing. I'm still looking for ideas of what to do with it. Got that new little flag. It's supposed to be solar operated. It has yet to work, but I want to see those light up. Let's see. I did have little impatiens in little containers here, but it's way too sunny, so it took a beating. So I'm just going to moved those to a shaded area tonight. So this, well, it's kind of getting overgrown, but I do love this little planter. Came up with those ideas myself. I like petite things, so I did like it better when I first planted it. It's getting a little overgrown. I did cut some things back so you could see the petunias in there. These tropical hibiscus in here have been pretty together. And I'm so happy that some of these hydrangeas have started to bloom today so they could be on the tour, because last year's tour I don't think they were blooming. And here is my most favorite thing of all, is the water pond. As of yesterday, I lost that plant. Not replacing it. I'm done planting for I want to say the year. Now, by next week, I'll be planting again. But so I say this week, I'm not planting anymore. Oh, a little goldfish is making an appearance. There are 3 goldfish. Hopefully they'll make it. The raccoons left their evidence that they've been here already, so I know they're trying to get to them. So We will see. Roses here. There was boxwoods here when bought the place, but they died. They were really little. Oh, the back patio is kind of a mess from today. My little signs. Oh, my new little sign up there. Welcome to our patio. We do a lot of sipping, grilling, and chilling. Okay, back to the gardens. Lots and lots of color and flowers. I need to get at a better angle now. I'm very happy to see this. I put some, oh, what was it? Blooming Boost or something like that. And it really took off. I haven't had much luck with those. Oh, no, that's not exactly a pretty butterfly. Maybe I'm off, I don't know. So I am loving the two-tone of the mulch. Let me get to a better angle. And let me explain why I did the two tones. So I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's kind of at a hill. So you could always see after a big rain, all the mulch was just running down the driveway. So knowing the garden tour was coming, we knew we were going to have to mulch, and we didn't want to see it all just go down the hill. So hopefully these rocks will help keep it in place. We put this edging here. Actually, that edging came from the retaining wall that now has a different type of material used for the retaining wall. And then, this is one of my favorite things, is the dry creek bed off the gutters. And we had a big, huge rain right after I did it, and I was very excited that it was working. It's working. I want to go back to, oh, and those are really pretty yellow roses when they're blooming. At least this one bloomed out pretty today. So let's see. This one over here, this gutter is a lot more problematic than that other side. So maybe a dry creek bed wasn't going to work there. So this one was buried. Not exactly sure if that's how it's going to end up. I don't know if I have the vision for that yet, but that's how it looked for today. Let me get the back side of the water pond. Okay, so moving on. I'm already at 23 minutes here. Thank you if you've stayed with me this long. These mushrooms I almost threw away. They were just in the barn this entire time, came from the previous owners. And then I had somebody say, oh, those are so cute. Where'd you get them? You never know what people are going to like. So this is my little butterfly area, my little butterfly garden right here. So as this season progresses, I'm seeing more and more butterflies. At first I was like, okay, I planted all this, where's the butterflies? But they're starting to show up. I don't think I'm going to make a special trip up on the side of the house, so I'm just going to try to show you from here. There's a cute little fairy garden. Maybe I'll show you that another day. Yeah, I think I'm just going to show you this another day. I did plant more stuff here for the garden tour here recently. It was most recent plantings because it was pretty boring over here. So, moving on. I loved raised beds. I just think they're so much better than just regular even beds. They just add a lot better effect. It's getting late. Totally drawing a blank. Oh wait, it's right here. But these open up during the day and then they close. Color Blast. I don't think that's the name of it. Porto. Oh, I'm not even going to say it. Okay, I'm going to show you it. Okay, that's what those are called. They're pretty cool. But they close at night. So, this is the back corner bed. When those roses started blooming, there was just so much red here, so I tried to do this pop of color. And these are perennials. Coreopsis. I didn't just learned about those this year because this is also one, and boy, look how different it is. between that and that. I definitely like the more compact. And these roses, they weren't exactly as showy as I would have liked them to be today, but they have been one of my favorite, I don't know, kinds, brands, whatever, roses. I mean, they are just so pretty. And then they normally just have blooms on them all the time. So I want to show you this. I don't remember where I got it from, but Quartz Collection, Roxanne, Veranda, when my garden group came here on Thursday night, they were asking me about that. So I've got 4 of those here. And I wish my daylilies would have been blooming, but that's okay. They're close, but can't wait to post photos when those are all blooming. I give those away every year. So let me know if you want any of those. Some more lantanas. I told you lately how much I love the lantanas. Roses. This Salvia? Spirea, I think, is going to find a new home at the house somewhere this fall or spring. Don't really like it there. The height of it isn't right for here. Lots of color, more of that Freckles Gold Coleus. Those are somewhat unique. Those are zinnias. Sunny Super Gold zinnias. Okay, so this is a Autumn Blaze maple tree. Okay, let's see. Autumn Blaze maple tree. And so down over here was also a river birch tree. So we lost from all the way here, all the way over. It was a huge part of the bed that had a huge machine grinding that out, and it was completely leveled. It's hard to show you how high the up it is. I don't know from the ground to the highest point how much that is, but that's a lot of dirt that had to be brought back in. My first time having pentas, and I do like them. I think they will make the cut for next year. These impatiens are totally struggling. I planted them more recently, and the ones that were planted most recent have totally struggled. I have to water them sometimes twice a day. So at some point soon, I think I might even want to give them away or just give up on them. Who's got time to water something 2 times a day? So, oh, these coneflowers I love. And look, I think these are like maybe yellow or something getting ready to bloom. That is going to be so cool. And I think these is tiger, like a variegated grass right here. And so these 2 are the original, but they are throughout. I've now transferred them to other areas of the garden. So moving on over here, there's a redbud tree. Let me figure. You don't see very often those purple leaves on a redbud tree. So that's what attracted me to that, and that is called a forest pansy redbud tree. So all these 3, 1, 2, 3, are all redbuds, so it's very pretty when they're all blooming all at once. Okay, so I'm about to lose my light here. It's getting darker and darker. So here's this. You know, this is probably something maybe I wouldn't have even shown, but the other day when my garden ladies were here, they're like, oh, this is my favorite part. And I was like, oh, really? This is my least favorite. So it's just funny what people like. So the privacy fence was recently stained, and this is a new bed, and most of it was given to me from other garden ladies, or I transferred it from somewhere else in the garden. I didn't have to buy too much here. That bird bath I got from a client. That one, and there's one over on the other side. And there's already bluebirds, so pretty, in these bird houses. Don't want to show the neighbors. So these are Rose of Sharon. Jason hates them, but they're blooming. I don't like my display this year. I think some of it's died and it's just bleh. So I don't know what I'll do next year. It's hard to change out or get to. But this is my first time having sun patients and I really like them. I will have those again in the future. This area I've learned gets a lot more shade than what I thought. So unfortunately, this will probably have to be changed out for the third time in the next couple years. Needs hydrangeas or stuff, something like that, which would be more shade tolerant. Let's see, what else is there to show you? A lot of people were asking me if this barn's a she shed. Oh, the photo's gone. I had a photo. I have cute decorations in here. It's full of garden stuff. So nothing quite photo ready or video worthy. I do love that wreath. It's all garden stuff. So there's a hose, watering can, garden tools. So shout out to Evergreens for putting that together for me. It's a couple years old. So let's see. I think, well, I guess if you've made it this long, maybe I will go and show you the side and then I'll be all done. And then I probably won't post much because I'm taking a big old long break from doing much with the gardens. Hopefully there won't be much changes here the next... Is that a butterfly? Oh, what is that thing? I don't think I'll be able to show it. I'm not going to waste time trying to show you this. Some odd flying thing, kind of scary looking. I wonder if there's anything to show you. Little fountain there. There's the other bird bath. And there's the other fairy garden. It looked much prettier last year when everything was new, but have made do. That's a hibiscus that's going to be pretty and blooming. I forget what color. I want to say red. There's roses here, which... not the best situation for having dogs, so like that one does not look very healthy at all. So when it dies, I probably will not replace it with roses. So looking back here, I think this is called red fountain grass. There's 3 of those. And then this. I needed something more here whenever I was trying to spiffy this area up. It's too high maintenance to be this far away and it dries out a lot, so I'll move that closer to me just so it doesn't get neglected because I do not want to lose it. Try to get closer to it. I think it's super cute. I need to paint it a color or something. That rose bush is doing good. Edging was just put in because we were losing all the rocks. The dogs do pretty good staying out of this area. This little solar guy. Sometime I'll take a video at night because I've got a lot of solar stuff. Let's see, so there's the front there. The front there, try not to show neighbors' houses. And then this tree is a black tulip magnolia tree. It's snapdragon. Some more red fountain grass. Let's hope this all lives after this week because this area over here is hard to get over here with the hose. It gets neglected. So anyways, I think that is it. If you lasted all 34 minutes, thank you for staying with me this long. So thank you for watching and be sure to subscribe to Our Missouri Yard.